Evening. Buyer's remorse. Buy a new car? I'll be moving in. Let's get started.
Sorry, I think there's been a mistake. I bought it from Carvana.
You what?
Yeah, great price. I even have 7 days to love it or return it.
So there's no...
No buyer's remorse. More like buyer's rejoice.
I guess I'll let myself out. Congratulations. I mean it.
Buyer's rejoice. Buy your car today on Carvana.
Limitations and exclusions may apply. See our 7-day return policy at Carvana.com.
Oh, happy days. Hi, everybody. It's me, Jackie. I'm really sorry that I missed last week. Full disclosure, I tried to record an episode. I mean, one would think I would have access to a recording studio, being that I'm married to a music producer who's on a trip making music for 2.5 weeks. But you know, I'm not like a studio rat whore. I don't like to like linger while he works. So I tried to record an episode, but I also like lost my voice and was just like, you know, eating and drinking myself basically into a coma. So she missed a week. But the good news is that I have 2 episodes this week. So there'll be another episode coming out at the end of this week. So, you know, just let's live, laugh, love. I just got back from Australia. I am 24 hours on American soil. She is struggling. I have always said like jet lag is for pussies, which I kind of agree with because I'm like, oh, really? Are you not well traveled enough? Like I've traveled around the world and like I don't get jet lag, but I do desperately. So bear with me here. If you guys have been following me on Instagram, you know kind of my struggle and my journey. It has been a cathartic journey. It's been a luxurious journey. It has been, okay, here's the thing. I posted like I posted a photo of myself like a few days ago where like it's not flattering, but it's also kind of flattering. Like if you can get over the fact that there's 6 inches of underboob coming out of the bathing suit, which was like, I'm self-deprecating, but also look how good my body looks. That was like kind of the agenda behind it, but also like I'm still relatable because my boobs are really, really saggy. That was like my loophole. However, that was on the upside of a bowel movement. And I am now, I have weighed myself and I am 11 pounds heavier than when I left. I know that that's mostly water and, you know, perhaps all the fried kangaroo. I didn't have any kangaroo. I'm just fucking lying. I like got on a real margarita kick while I was abroad. I also drank every single day and night, all day. And I'm not thrilled with myself. It has been a real whiplash back to reality. I'm not proud of I don't want to say I'm proud of myself, but I'm kind of proud of myself. I had an amazing, amazing trip. You know what pisses me off? Subpar travel recommendations. When someone's like, oh my God, you have to go. There's this cute little shack where you can get the best. Like, I don't want unsolicited travel recommendations ever. 98% of the time, I don't want to go where you fucking went. So don't send me any, oh my God, you gotta go grab a drink at the top of the Sheraton rooftop bar. I'm not fucking going there, Karen. Okay? I'm not going to the Sheraton rooftop bar. Thanks, but no fucking thanks. I know how to do this, so I've done this once or twice. Wow, I sound like a raging cunt. Here's something that will take it back a few notches. I don't know if anyone saw my flight trauma. On my way to Australia, I get on the flight. I'm talking to you fucking American Airlines because I only fly American because it's where I have all my miles. And listen, baby doesn't want to spend $12,000 on a business class round trip flight. So we use our miles. That's like kind of our thing. Although Andrew flew separately because he's fancy and record labels pay for his flights. So, you know, I have to do my own thing, which I like. I like flying alone anyway because like if I want to have a good cry on the airline, like I want to do that in the privacy of my own pod. You know, unfortunately, I did not have the luxury of a pod. So I get on the tarmac. I'm halfway down between A Star Is Born. And let me tell you something. In hindsight, if you've ever seen Barbara and Chris Christopherson in A Star Is Born, call me back and tell me that Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper did it better. I mean, the chemistry, sure, but the movie in itself is not as good. Watch fucking Barbra Streisand sing Woman in the Moon and then call me the fuck back. Shallows, I don't love shallow. Oh, like when she starts to get into that Exorcist, like, ugh. And by the way, I know about Exorcist because I need one after I laid on the airport terminal. So my flight, I was on the tarmac for 2 hours. They fucking get on the loudspeaker. They go, the pilot has exceeded his hours. Your flight's been delayed. They wouldn't say it was canceled because they don't want to, they fuck you in every fucking hole. They don't want to say it's canceled. So they hold your bags hostage and then they say, oh, the flight will resume tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. I'm like, that's cool. It's 1 a.m. What the fuck am I supposed to do? And then they were holding my bag hostage on the plane. And I was 2 Benadryls in, 2 drinks in, a Star is Born in, and in the midst of my despair, I decided instead of going home and leaving my bag, I was like, I don't want to leave my bag like a fucking nut job. And just to make a statement, I decided I was going to sleep on the airport floor. So I fully forehead planked the crusty carpet under the fluorescent lighting. I took my fucking Louis Vuitton blanket, which, why, like, I shouldn't have that anyway. It's so tacky. Fucking draped it over my body like a dead body. Like, it was just sad. And I just slept there crying, hysterically crying, only to be awoken by a custodian vacuuming around my body like an imprint, like a dead man imprint. It was tragic. It was sad. Whatever. I got to Australia, had the best fucking time. The best time, but I'm struggling a little bit, not gonna lie. I'm fairly certain that I will never menstruate again because I was traveling with an abundance of testosterone, but I gotta tell you something about my guy friends. So my husband, and there are friends, not his friends, I'm kind of convinced that they would all fucking save me in a fire if he didn't have some type of like financial benefit to them, because they all work together. But regardless, traveling with guys is so refreshing. Traveling with like sophisticated, well-traveled men is the way to go. Too much estrogen muddies the waters. Okay. It was just so easy. There's something about like a group of dudes, and I don't want to sound like that girl because I always I'm like, what's a guy's girl? What's a girl's girl? I hate all of those like preconceived notions because they're such bullshit. If you're a cunt, you're a cunt. With a group of guys, you're a cunt. With a group of girls, you're a cunt. Let's see how many times I can say cunt. And she loses all of her sponsors. Anyways, Australia, you're gorgeous. I love you. I'll see you next year. We've got a lot of traveling coming up. I'm so excited. You know, some days I curse the day that I married a music producer because I'm like, could this motherfucker be home at 7 p.m. just once to enjoy my gorgeous butternut squash truffle soup? But then other days I'm like, God, I'm glad I didn't marry a fucking old ass investment banker, which was my plan B. You know, it was a great trip. Now I'm rambling. Let's talk about, you know what? I just want to say one more thing. I hate everybody on a fucking plane. I hate everybody on a fucking plane. Okay. There was this woman sitting in front of me and she talked like this. Okay. Excess saliva. There was saliva coming out of every fucking hole of her body. Wanted to punch her in the face. She had a high pony on, a real high pony. Okay. She had her camelback. She had her backpack with a hydro flask, keeping her water cold. Real important. She was wearing a Bermuda short that she undoubtedly got at an Old Navy, 2 for $24, maybe. Okay. She had sandals. They had grips on the bottom so that she could walk long and hard with her fucking camelback backpack and her hydro flask. She was wearing a purple shirt that said Australia on it. She went to go visit her sister. Okay. She's from Arkansas and she loved to talk. She's holding up all the fucking flight attendants, just giving stories of her travels. You know, she held a koala bear. She held a fucking koala bear and she showed me a picture and I looked at her and I said, Pammy, by the way, her name was fucking Pammy. If I could put my life on it, I don't know what the fuck this bitch's name was. She would not shut the fuck up the whole flight. First time out of the country, Pammy, but like it wasn't in a charming, like, oh, she's so sweet and endearing. She was like a condescending, board short wearing bitch. And every time they'd come down the aisle with the fucking drink cart, She just felt it necessary to drop stories of her travels. Nobody cares, Pammy. We all were there and we all did the same things. Shut the fuck up and let me get my goddamn fucking spritzer, okay? God, she was first time getting upgraded. Real exciting stuff, okay? Real exciting stuff. I couldn't fucking stand this bitch. She was so annoying. She's showing pictures of her dog. She's like, well, we had this trip planned to Australia. Me and my sis didn't want to do a lot of the nature stuff, but I got her out there. She had the best time. Also going to Hawaii in a couple months. # rough life. That's what she said. I was like, # do you want to die on this plane? And every story she told, it was like riddled with like super, super redneck adjacent, like social commentary. There was a shooting in New Zealand and, of course she had to tackle that issue for hour into the flight. I was like, Pammy, no, Pammy, stay in your goddamn seat, Pammy. She's like, listen, the gun laws over there are a little rigid for my liking. I'm like, Pammy, sit down. Pammy, sit down. Don't get your Bermudas twisted. Fucking nightmare. Pammy with an I. Okay, that was just a rant. And then there was a guy behind me just hacking up his fucking lungs. If you have influenza B or you're on your deathbed, don't get on a fucking plane for 16 hours. Please, sir. Are you kidding me? And this is coming from somebody, I have a lot of flight trauma. I had somebody die in my lap on a Southwest flight, dead in my lap. And that wasn't the worst part. Okay. The worst part is that this woman was like 99 years old, at least. She was like 115, okay? Flying a Southwest flight, flying fucking economy. By the way, if you're that old, could you get up? Well, I guess there's no upgrades on Southwest, but like, could you get extra leg room? This woman starts going into fucking cardiac arrest. They put on the PA system. Could we get a doctor? Are there any doctors on the flight? And I'm like, fuck me. They get out an oxygen tank. Then, because they needed her to lie flat, she's right in front of me, okay? They unscrew her chair, so she's completely horizontal. It's a full flight. I am looking down. This woman who's now gone gray, her head is in my goddamn vagina, like I'm giving birth to a corpse. And her family's gathered around, and they're hysterically crying. And I'm like, this is all great and sad, but like, I can't watch TV anymore. Maybe it wasn't a Southwest flight because there was definitely a TV on there. No, I'm hacking up a lung. But like it was a 2.5 hour flight and I was just like trying to watch a movie and I couldn't even have access to my tray table because this bitch was dying in my lap. And then they like kept her on the plane and she had an oxygen tank and it was like the ambulance was like waiting on the tarmac. The moral of this story is if you see me on a flight, get off instantly. It's not going to end well. You're either going to die, be wearing Bermuda shorts, get verbally assaulted, get slapped. I have really bad plane experiences. The good thing is that when I landed, though, I got to use the private suite, which was the best experience of my whole life, made everything worth it. Just saying. Humble brag. Let's talk about Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin and bribing their children to get into school. I love that, like, when a celebrity scandal goes down, everyone picks a side. I feel like Felicity Huffman is not getting as dragged as Lori Loughlin. And I attribute that to her gorgeous work in Georgia Rule. Like, we forgive you, like you paid for your kid to get into Harvard or whatever, but like you also gave us a cinematic triumph as the broken, wounded single mother in Georgia Rule, adjacent Jane Fonda and Lindsay Lohan. So like, do you, Phyllis? Lori Loughlin, listen, I never watched fucking Full House because I'm not an idiot. I don't like any of those mainstream G-rated like sitcoms of the 90s. Full House, I never fucked with you. Step by Step, no. What else was there? Family Matters, I kind of fucked with that because that was like, at least a little bit more something. Full House is for white people, like the whitest of white. Seventh Heaven. Do you know how fucking happy I was to find out that the dad in Seventh Heaven was a pedophile? I was like, yeah, Yeah. Doth protest too much. I mean, I would start watching it again just because I'm such a Beverly Mitchell fan that I would just like to relish in her work. And I don't know that she's done anything else, although I'm sure she's done like a Lifetime movie here or there. Beverly Mitchell is the reason I wake up every morning. I want to live in the free-spirited, careless abandon in which Beverly Mitchell runs her life and her Instagram account. Beverly Mitchell is the new Britney Spears. Done and done. Bitch Bible gold star on your fucking forehead, Bev Mitch. Lori Loughlin spent $500,000 to get her daughters into USC. Which, like, if you're gonna spend $500,000, no offense, like, I didn't get into USC, but like, could we, like, something else maybe? USC, I mean, it's called the University of Spoiled Children, which is why I wanted to go there so badly, but I was not accepted. But I mean, like, people donate to the school. People, like, there's roundabout ways of doing this where people can get into school without writing some shady bro a $500,000 check. So now her daughter, Olivia Jade, who is a YouTube star, okay, a YouTube star. She is saying, I saw an article on Page 6 that her parents ruined her life and her career because she had endorsement deals with like Lancome and Sephora. And the whole thing makes me want to barf, okay? Olivia Jade is known for her YouTube videos showing super fun and easy makeup tutorials and a look for less, blinging on a budget. I watched that before I recorded this episode. Celebrity children are, like, 85% of the time the biggest, most overindulged, non-self-aware assholes. Nobody should be that confident at age 19. I'm looking at you, Willow. Sorry, I have influenza. I mean, I've said this for years. Like, when Kylie Jenner was like 16 and, like, you know, doing club appearances, I was still accidentally putting tampons up my asshole. Like, I couldn't figure out which fucking hole, which, by the way, when I was 20, when I was Olivia Jade's age, I just found out that I didn't have to take my tampon out when I peed. I didn't realize there was 2 separate holes. Do you understand? I had no idea. Okay, I just got my ears pierced for the second time, like 2 weeks ago. It makes me so uncomfortable. Like, the world in which we live in, I hope the pendulum swings the other way and that when we all have children, and by we, I mean me, in 56 years, everyone's like, when are you having a baby? I'm like, my body's never looked better. I travel the world with my husband. I get to be frivolous with my finances. I'm not dying to do it yet. And if you don't get it, it's because you didn't have the other option. You got me? So get off my womb. Get off my ovaries. It's like my life is fantastic right now. Why are you trying to fuck it up? I get to borrow my friends' babies. And by the way, my friends who have babies have a fucking full-time nanny traveling with them. And it's nice, okay? I mean, I would like to have that. I can't have that right now. So, bye. That's a little passive-aggressive driplet for you. But when I have a child, I hope that they are so mortified and embarrassed by everything on social media, by the whole, like, phenomenon of everything. You know, I hope they're like, this is so stupid. Like, what the fuck's an influencer? My grandma Gloria called me yesterday. She goes, I have a question for you, Jack. I'm like, oh, hi. Thank you for welcoming back. Australia was great. Thanks for asking. What? And she's like, I was reading an article in the paper about influenza. By the way, she called it influenzas. And I'm like, influenzas? Like, are you sick? Are you dying? Do we need to take you to Cedars? She goes, no, it's about the girls who are influenzas. And they go on the Twitter and the videos and they post. It's a job. People say it's a job. And they were talking about it like it's not a good thing in the paper. And I was wondering if that's what you do. And this was my retort. I was irritated. I go, Grandma, you little dirty whore. No, I'm not a fucking influencer. I said, Grandma, I provide a product, okay? I provide content every fucking week, okay? I don't just post photos of myself hawking shit that I don't use. That's not, no. And then I got real defensive because an influencer is someone that I can't even really describe it. I mean, it's so weird that it's a job title and I get it, but like, I like content. Content is key. Thoughts over thoughts, as I always say. And I heard some colleges are like doing like influencers like as a major, like there's classes you can take. That makes me want to stab myself so far up my vagina that it comes out my trachea. Come on. No. That's ridiculous. What's next? Should we teach a class on photoshopping? By the way, sign my ass up because I love to Photoshop myself because I'm up 11 pounds. The way that I can fluctuate, it's almost impressive. Like you've never seen anything like it. I blame my digestive system. It's awful. I need to get on a routine. Don't send me any recommendations. I have all the resources. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I just don't want to. Okay. I like life with the ups and downs. I love a juxtaposition. I like being emaciated one day and then Kirstie Alley the next. Okay, let me have this moment. Here's a news article that goes right on brand with influencer. Hey guys, I'm gonna show you my 5 beauty hacks to looking like your best self on girls' night. Die in a fire. Shut the fuck up. Oh, I'm so sick of everybody. Shut the fuck up. And how many fucking filters are you using? You don't fucking look like that. Why are you doing that? Do you know how destructive it is to other women? Do you know? Like, if you're only posting fucking glamorous photos of yourself, you need to go fuck off. Seriously. It's warping our perception of beauty and reality and body image, and it's disgusting. And you should be ashamed of yourselves. Anywho, so there's this Auschwitz museum. Sharp left turn. Now let's talk about the Holocaust. The big H, as I like to call it. I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying we all have a story, okay? And I could drop the big H any damn time. I so please, but I don't. So there's this Auschwitz museum that has had to put signs up basically because people were going and posing. They have a train track that's supposed to symbolize the deportation of like hundreds of thousands of people, of Jewish people, to their deaths. And, you know, some people for the gram like to balance on the tracks and have like a rustic travel time photo shoot, Luke, because train tracks are apparently like a great, you know, photo op. So the museum, the Memorial and Museum has strongly implored visitors to respect the memories of the millions of people who were killed at the concentration camps and to stop posting selfies and Instagram videos of people like posing on train tracks. So they issued this statement. There are better places to learn how to walk on a balance beam than the site which symbolizes the deportation of hundreds of thousands of Jews to their deaths. This is everything that's wrong with the world. Photo op. No. Are you kidding me? It's like the same thing with the pink wall. Do you realize that the wall, you're just standing in front of a pink wall? It's a pink fucking wall. Go to Home Depot, find a spare wall in your shitty studio apartment, paint it pink, and do that shit on your own time. Every time I drive to work, I see these people lined up to pose and tuck a stray strand of hair behind their ears. Like, what are you doing? Everybody hates you. Stop it. I am so fucking on one. I slept 2 hours last night, and she is, baby is fired up. And people are like, you shouldn't be so angry. Like, you'd really you'd enjoy the world so much better if you were less angry. Let me tell you something. I am having the time of my life. Talking shit fuels my soul. It is literally my job. It feels so good. Anyone who's like, I just don't like talking bad about people, you are denying our biological animal instincts, okay? It is totally natural. It's totally fun. And if it's not malicious or mean-spirited or talking about people that are close to you, it's fair game. It's fair game. Try it out. It feels so good. I got all of my guy friends that I was traveling with in Australia. By the end of the trip, we were all talking shit. And I'm like, doesn't this feel good? Because you know how guys are. They're like, oh, I don't want to talk about that. I'm like, you know what? Get on my fucking level. We're going to have the best time. Let's have a few cocktails and let's just eviscerate a stranger. You know, in the confines of our own table. It's fun sometimes. It feels so right. And as long as, like, I don't go for low-hanging fruit. I'm not talking about somebody's looks, although I am talking about Pammy's Bermuda shorts, but that's external. Those are things she can take off. It's just fun. Let me live. Here's some good news. A, I'm getting Botox in a couple days because apparently I metabolize that Botox like a motherfucker. And the crevasses on my forehead are coming back. So I'm going to get shot up to the gods on the forehead. Secondly, Justin Anderson is doing my hair. This is a very big deal for me. Justin Anderson does everybody's fucking hair. Okay. He does like Gwyneth Paltrow and like Jennifer Aniston, Margot Robbie, Miley Cyrus. He's doing my hair. It is so exciting. I don't even like, I'm a new person now. C, Dorit is coming on the podcast. Now, typically when I make an announcement like that, it doesn't go through, but I have been invited to Beverly Beach. We are having cocktails and she's coming on this podcast. And listen, I ride for Dorit. I think she's great television. I think she's a great housewife. She embodies all the things I love about a housewife. Let's talk about the Teddy Lisa thing real quick. So I understand that, you know, I can say this because I love me some Teddy Mellencamp. Maybe not as forthcoming about her involvement at the beginning. However, took full responsibility. Teddy is not full of shit. Teddy's not a liar. Lisa Vanderpump, historically speaking, has had an issue with every single person on the cast. Okay. She's surly. This is not the first time she's been accused of being manipulative. I'm going Team Teddy on this one. Full out. Okay. Also, I love Denise Richards. I like the cast this season. Poor little Lucy Apple Doothy. Who names a dog Lucy Apple Juicy? It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my life. But I am, Team Teddy on this one. I think Lisa Vanderpump cannot handle the heat. I think that she is incredibly evasive, conniving. I think she does not practice what she preaches. I think she does not take what she dishes. She's not my vibe. I don't like the purple shirts. I don't like the embellishment. I hate the way her house is decorated. I think that she has a pink mirrored tufted crystal bedazzled. By the way, her bed is rich person Sheena Shea. Okay. Sheena Shea and Lisa Vanderpump have the same type of a fucking bed with the feathers and the crystals. And it's like bar mitzvah rental furniture. That's what it looks like with all, like, it's so, by the way, speaking of the insides of people's houses, Barbara from Real Housewives of New York, you need to hire a designer. The pillows that say peace and love with the sequins. Yikes. I mean, obviously Lisa Vanderpump's homes are fucking stunning, but like lots of sparkles, lots of feathers, lots of pink, lots of tufted. Not my vibe. I think Bethany Frankel has the best interiors, if we're just talking about it. Now, I'm hoping, I just did a full bingey. Real Housewives of New York is my favorite of all time. We discussed this. It's just, for me, factual. They need to kick it up a notch, I think. Things are getting a little stale. I don't know why, but I love Tinsley, like big and bad and dirty. Love her. I think she's a great housewife. I really want her to be with Scott. I know that they've broken up. I think she's fantastic. I think Sonia Morgan with those fucking clip-in extensions a la Jessica Simpson. By the way, Jessica Simpson had her fucking baby. Thank God. That bitch has been pregnant for 18 fucking years. We're done, Jess. We are so done. God bless Jessica Simpson. She is one chromosome away, and I mean that with love. Jessica, I fucking love you. Love you. Okay, so yes. Beverly Hills, apparently it's going to turn into a different thing. Like, we're going to get off the dog thing. We've beaten that to a fucking dead horse, okay? Let's talk about The Bachelor, because full disclosure, I have not seen the finale still because I was not in the country. So Cassie and what's his face? Colton are together. They're my favorite lesbian couple. I like Cassie. I think she's really, really pretty. She was my front runner from the beginning. But yikes. Their whole thing really freaks me out. Colton, honey, this is a public plea. Come to me. Let's talk. Let's strategize here. You do not like vagina, even though you've done it. I'm assuming. Have they acknowledged if they've had sex or not? I'm assuming that they have. You want pee-pee. You want the penis in your butt. Okay? I know you do. Or you want to put your penis in a butt. And it's fine. It's celebrated. I prefer gay men, so that's not insulting. I literally prefer gay people as a whole. I find them to be far more interesting, far more uninhibited. They've gone through, the struggle of coming out. I feel like they're more well-rounded people because of it. And I just generally prefer gay people across the board. So call me and we will figure this out together. Okay, but just hold out, get your paycheck. It's fine. Mr. and Mrs. Cups wear matching jammies because I know that you guys have matching jammies. And then let's just do this together. Okay? Love you. Love Jackie. So this was sent to me about like 600 times. I guess some guy, I have no idea who this person is. His name is Shane Dawson. I think he might be a YouTuber. He made some type of inappropriate joke, and I have that in quotations because, hi, have we met? About sexual relations with his cat. He had to issue a public apology and statement clarifying that he did not, in fact, sexualize his animal. So this is what it says. And then I have a retort. That's my new word of the week. Retort. I didn't fuck my cat. I didn't come on my cat. I didn't put my dick anywhere near my cat. I've never done anything weird with my cats. I promised myself I wasn't going to make apology videos after last year's thing, so I'm just trying to be short and honest with this as possible. I would also like to issue a statement. I want to fuck my dog. I haven't fucked my dog. I have put my vagina near my dog. I have done a lot of weird things with my dog. And I promise myself I would never make apologies ever. But I love my dog. Love Jackie. I get a lot of heat for the bestiality jokes. Here's the thing. Have you seen what my dog looks like? He is in the peak of cuteness right now. He is so rugged, sexy. I can't. And he has the reoccurring yeast infection all over his paws and his ears. I mean, this is the most high maintenance dog on the fucking planet. So apparently, obviously, he eats grain free. He is a pescatarian because he needs omega-3s for his skin because he has dry skin. He loves tuna fish. Do you know what I do on his birthday? This is true. I've done this every single birthday. He loves apples. He loves carrots. He loves celery. He loves turkey, and he loves tuna fish. So what I do is I take one slice of apple, very small. I chew it up in my teeth. I let my saliva break it down, okay? It's kind of like a parfait, and then I spit it on a plate. Very Alicia Silverstone. Bird feeding. Spit it on a plate. That's the first layer. It's like a 7-layer cake. Then I chew up a carrot. A baby carrot, organic, obviously. Chew it up, let my saliva break it down. Second layer. Then I take a celery stick, good for the bod. Chew it up, spit it out, okay? Then I take a little bit of the residue of the flavoring of his dog food, sprinkle it, season it, okay? Then I take tuna fish, that's how I say it to him. I'm still, okay, gotta stop, Jackie. Dial it back, rein it in. Take tuna fish. Even the inflection, I'm doing my dog voice, even though I'm trying not to. Take some of the water. I buy the white meat tuna in the water. I let it marinate, okay? I let it absorb. Then I take a few flecks of tuna fish and I just sprinkle it about. And then if I'm feeling wild, maybe I'll take he loves string cheese. I take little shards of string cheese and then I just garnish it on top. And then that's his birthday cake every single year. And he deep dives. I mean, his face smells like tuna for like 60 years and it's amazing and it's sexy. Now it's time for Jackie Schimmel movie reviews. I'm just kidding. I saw Us last night and it was good. I mean, it was a great movie. I think Get Out was so just jolting and different and funny and scary and like, you know, shed light on social issues and racial issues. And then like when Allison Williams like flips the switch and she's searching for the keys and she's like, you know, I can't give you these keys, right? I'm like, fuck me, fuck me. It was so good that I think Us, if it didn't have Get Out as a precursor, would be like, holy shit, this is amazing. I don't think it was as good as Get Out. I think it was great. I think the music supervision in the Jordan Peele movies are amazing. Also, I could never write anything better than that, so I probably shouldn't comment. This is a new rule. This is something I was thinking about up in the air. We as humans should never criticize something that we couldn't do better. We should never talk badly about someone's looks that we're not as cute as. You know what I mean? So like, that's something I'm trying to be mindful of. Like, if I couldn't do it better, I should just shut the fuck up. What kills me is when people talk. I don't think talking about people's looks, I think, is such low-hanging fruit and so just non-important, and also just makes you like the wrong kind of cunt. Like, it's just unnecessary. Unless you're fucking Giselle Bundchen, you should not be commenting on anybody's exterior. Like, ugh, what is she, like, what's with her face? Like, no. Like, never. Ever, ever, ever. Unless you're cuter. I'm just kidding. You shouldn't. You know what? If you want to hurt someone, let's attack their character, their integrity, their livelihood. Let's just not go for the exterior stuff, because that can all be fixed. Trust me. You want to talk shit about my forehead? Brenda, wait till Wednesday. This shit is going to get shot the fuck up. I can't wait. And let me tell you, that prick, when that Botox needle goes in my forehead, I've only had it once. It feels so good. Like, I love it. I can feel the toxins rushing into my bloodstream. And I have certain friends that haven't dabbled in the Botox pool yet, and I want them to. And I don't know how do you politely tell someone that they need Botox? Because I'm kind of in that world right now. Because I know someone who desperately needs Botox, and I just like don't know how to gauge it. Should I just offer to pay? I would totally do that, by the way. Mitzvahs all around. I'd be like, listen, you want to come with me? I'm buying. We need to fucking fix your forehead, okay? You look like you drink whole milk, okay? We can't do that. You can't do it. It's looking at me. The crevasses. Anyways, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast, and you'll never listen again. Listen, they can't all be hits. Ask Brittany. Lilas Hard, make sure you give us 5 stars on iTunes. It significantly helps me.